We have two Monday Night Football games. Going to talk about which teams I like against the spread. Also going to talk about some props I'm going to bet in both games, and going to give you a same game parlays for both games. So before I get into all that, please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video. Visit walterfootball.com for tons of content. We almost had a monster week too. We hit our top play with the Niners. Our second top play, the Jaguars plus 3.5, was a heartbreaker that we should have won. It was ridiculous how the game ended. We also had the Patriots. So almost had a great week. Just didn't come to fruition, but we had picks against the spread, 2026 and 2027 NFL mock drafts, fantasy football weekly rankings, NFL power rankings. We grade every signing, we grade every trade. It's all at walterfootball.com. It's all free. All right, let's get to the games here. We have the first one is Tampa Bay at Houston. So there was some injury news with Tampa Bay. Luke Goedeke, the right tackle, he's questionable heading into this game. He missed practice on Thursday and Friday, and he was limited on Saturday, so we'll have to see his status. If he's out, that's going to be devastating for Houston because the Texans have two great edge rushers to really get pressure on Baker Mayfield. And even if he plays, he may not be 100%. And given that Tristan Wirfs is out, it's still going to be trouble for Baker Mayfield. So I like Houston's defense here. To kind of carry this game. And I think that CJ Stroud's going to bounce back. The weakness for Houston's team is the offensive line. But Tampa Bay doesn't have the edge rushing talent that the Rams do. And so I don't think Tampa Bay's defense is going to have the same sort of impact here. And also, whenever you get an NFC South team playing out of the division, it's usually a good idea to fade them. I know it didn't work Sunday night, but the Vikings had so many injuries. They really couldn't compete at that point. Houston should be able to bounce back off the loss. I like them at -2.5. I like them at minus. If it goes to -3, I like that too. Anything more than that, I wouldn't bet it. But I'm going to bet a couple units on Houston. Let's get to their props. One rushing prop stands out. I love the Nick Chubb under 51.5. Tampa Bay has a great run defense with Vita Vea. They're so difficult to run on. And so Chubb is going to have a tough time getting there. Look, Chubb would probably have a tough time regardless. He's not the same player he once was. That knee injury was so devastating. So 51.5 seems like a high number against this stalwart Tampa Bay defense. Just look at how they limited Bijan Robinson in week 1, and then we saw Bijan go off against Minnesota on Sunday night. So yeah, Chubb under 51.5 seems like the best prop bet. A couple other props I like. I like Nico Collins over 76.5 receiving yards. Tampa Bay is weak to the pass, given how great they are against the run. They're funneling production to the passing game. And Collins, I think it's kind of going to be like the squeaky wheel narrative because he struggled so much in week 1. He's such a great receiver. It seems likely that he's going to bounce back. I like Dalton Schultz over 37.5 receiving yards as well. I know this is negative correlation with Nico Collins over, but given that Tampa is such a pass funnel defense, it just makes sense to bet two guys to go over. Dalton Schultz has a great matchup. Tampa Bay is so bad against tight ends. We just look at all the production they allowed last year. Kyle Pitts in week 1 was awesome. So Dalton Schultz is a nice play to go over. And if I had to play one other thing, I would go Emeka Egbuka over 53.5 receiving yards. So it's not a great matchup. As I said, the pass rush could get to Baker Mayfield, but given that Derek Stingley Jr. Could limit Mike Evans, I think Egbuka should be able to get open some more. So if you're going to take one of the Tampa receivers, I'd rather go Egbuka. He has his prop is 11 fewer receiving yards, so he should be able to get there. This same game parlay, by the way, pays plus 874. Now, if I were to change something here, I'd maybe take out Egbuka and then go to maybe an alt line here, take perhaps Houston money line. That's plus 957. So you get better odds here for some reason, even though you get a minus 152 in there. So that's what I'm going to be looking at right now with my same game parlay for the first one. I will have updates on the site if I like something else that pops up. So that's what I'm doing right now for the first game. Let's get to the second game, and that is the Chargers at the Raiders. So this line is Chargers -3, -120. It's been 3.5 for most of the week. I think that the line is moving toward the Raiders' favor because it sounds like Brock Bowers is going to play. And now it's obviously a big deal. Brock Bowers, the best tight end in the NFL right now. So that's a huge deal for the Raiders. I still like the Chargers, though. The Chargers are just the better team. The Raiders are fine, but they have a big issue with their offensive line, kind of like Houston. I think they're just going to have trouble blocking the Chargers, who look great in Brazil. The Chargers also have 2 more days of preparation for this. It's not a great spot, though. And the reason I'm not going to bet this game is because it's just a bad spot. They're just the Chargers coming off such a big win in Brazil. This could be a letdown. I know it's a divisional game, and I know the Chargers are not favored by a lot, but still, it could be difficult. But still, I think I would side with them if I had to. The one spread pick I'm going to bet Monday night is Houston. But there are props I like here, though, for sure. First of all, Ashton Genty under 68.5 rushing yards. I know it's sacrilegious to bet against Ashton Genty. Everyone loves him. People drafted him in the first rounds of their fantasy leagues. I never understood it. I'm not opposed to Genty. I think he's going to be a great player. My issue is the offensive line. Genty, he had the worst yards before contact in week 1, which means his offensive line wasn't giving him anything. And given that the Chargers are, generally a good, decent defense, I thought they'd take a step backward, but they really shut down the run in week 1. And so I think they could do that again. The issue could be Denzel Perriman being out, but I think they still have the personnel to stop Genty, or at least limit him a little bit. So I think Genty could probably get like 55 or 60 rushing yards. I think he'll fall short of the 68.5. I like Justin Herbert over 17.5 rushing yards. Herbert said he's going to run more this year, and we saw that week 1. He ran a lot against the Chiefs, so I think that he can go over 17.5, which seems very doable. Receiving wise, Brock Bowers over 61.5. I think this number is a little low because I think people are expecting him to be out, or maybe the people think he's going to be limited. I'm personally going to trust Bowers. He's a great player. I don't see why we can't trust him here. I like Dante Thornton over 27.5 receiving yards. Thornton's a guy who can just get there on one pass. He's just a dynamic downfield playmaker. He's big. He's fast. He can catch a 40-yard pass just like in a blink of an eye. So I think that he should be able to get over 27.5 receiving yards. And I also like Keenan Allen over 51.5 receiving yards. You look at McConkey 74.5 versus Allen 51.5. Justin Herbert seems to be throwing to them equally right now. I know it's only one game, but Herbert has such a great chemistry with Allen. It just seems ridiculous that they're so far apart in these props. So I like Allen here. So if you look at this 5-game same game parlay, it pays 18-1. So I think I'd like to go 4 or 3 legs. So if I had to remove something, it'd probably be the Brock Bowers over, and we get to plus 892. And I wonder what happens if we put in the Chargers money line here, which is minus 174. And let's take out the Keenan Allen over. It's plus 615. So kind of weird that they don't give us the same discount here. So let's remove that here, and then add back Keenan Allen, and we get plus 892. It pays almost 9-1. I like this parlay. And remember, definitely get your parlay boosted. It's not worth it to bet a same game parlay if you don't get it boosted at least 30%. And you'll probably be able to find a promo out there. These sports books have to compete. There's so many of them. They have to give their customers the best options available. So you could probably get a 50% boost and take this to about 13.5 to 14-1, depending on what the odds are. So definitely make sure you do that, and definitely check out walterfootball.com for our latest for latest in the NFL for everything. And please hit like, subscribe, comment below, share this video, and I will talk to you in the next video, probably on Monday night when I post my power rankings. So I'll talk to you then.